Welcome Pokemon Go trainers, welcome back to the channel. So in this video I am featuring one of my friends battle, also a channel member to whom I provided a coaching on PvP and recommended a team around the Corsola. So he used the team and hit veteran for the first time. So the team consists of Diggersby, Corsola and the Toxapex, covering major weakness of Diggersby, which is ice typing and the fighting type. So do watch the video till end, and if you haven't subscribed the channel, please subscribe it. And let's begin the video. So first opponent we are running Diggersby in the lead, and it's a star me. So I think they can reach 2 serve before we reach double move. So they are going to stay, and we can land a scorching sand, but still star me is a glassy, and they are going to throw on CMP tie. This is surf, going to do super effective because of ground typing. So we are going to let it go, and we can survive and go for the scorching sand. This is going to hurt a lot. Let's see if they are going to shield this, if we can get a shield advantage, and they don't shield and we didn't get the debuff as well. Fire punch will be enough, but opponent was very smart. He threw before us, so definitely we are not shielding this move. And let's see, and we are going to come with Corsola and we are going to farm him down. Let's see what is going to come up, and he's confused seeing the Corsola, and here comes the Gudra dragon typing. So I think we should go for Nightshade, and he goes for it. So this is going to do good neutral damage. Let's see if it grabs the shield or not. So going for it, and they don't shield, and now I think we can take one Aqua Tail and just farm them down, and one Astonish sneaks. So here we shielded the move just to retain the health. Might be Corsola has a play at the back, and the back Pokemon is Typhlosion. So we can grab those shield with the Nightshade. So we are going to go for it, and the fast move Astonish are going to do a lot of damage, and we are going to continue to stay here. Even a Thunder Punch will be enough, and here we were trying to catch, but opponent didn't fall for it. And I think now Wincon is just to tap the screen, because throwing a charge move will be dangerous. He has 100 energy, so Thunder Punch are super effective. So we are going to just farm them down, and this is the range. I don't think Thunder Punch will be enough, so just to be safe he shielded the move. That is fine, and we are going to just farm them down. Actually they have a back to back, but still we survive it. Now I know why he shielded. So this Thunder Punch survives, and we were able to poison jab them down. So good game, we won this first match. Let's move towards the next opponent, and it's a Diggersby versus Superior. Bad lead. We will come with our safe switch Corsola, and he dips into Dunsparce. So far we are hard counter because there is no fast move pressure on the Dunsparce being a normal typing. So we'll go for those neutral power gem. Let's see. And it does a decent amount of damage, but it's not a stab move, so it won't be doing more. And they can go for the drill run, and I think 3 drill run will be required to knock out the Corsola. So they're going for the drill run number 1, and we can reach, actually they reach another drill run before we reach another power gem. And this drill run is going to put us into red health, and we are going to go for this power gem, over farming a bit. And I don't think we can reach another charge move before they throw a drill run, but that is fine. We can farm up energy with the Diggersby and threaten them with a fire punch on the Superior. So this drill run is going to be enough to knock out the Corsola, and so far we haven't any shield advantage or switch advantage, but we have energy advantage on the Diggersby by farming them down. This drill run is not going to do that much, so definitely we are not shielding anything, and we were able to farm them down hopefully, and yes we do. And let's see what they come up, and they come with Dugong. So we are going to go for Scorching Sand and fetch for the debuff. If we can get it, then it will be very good. And they don't shield, and we didn't get any debuff, so we'll try to catch a Icy Wind here, and unfortunately we failed. He might go for the drill run, but that is fine, we can survive one, but eventually it will add up, so we should be shielding the next moves. And he's not swapping out because Toxapex is a good matchup against Superior with up 2 shields, and I think we will shield this move. Actually no, and he calls it correctly. Actually it was a Icy Wind. It debuffs the attack, and now we go for the Sludge Wave. I think it might survive, or it will grab the shield. Let's see what happens here. And they survive it, and our switch timer is going to get up. So our plan should be sniping them with the Scorching Sands. and this time definitely we are shielding, and they don't bait, they go for the drill run. I think we should do over farming, and yes, just to be safe we are going to go for sludge wave. Otherwise the debuff move won't be enough to knock out the brine actually. And here comes the superior. To clear the debuff definitely we should dip, and we have 100 energy on the Digger's Bee, so we are going to go for fire punches, and does a super effective damage, and we can reach one more. Actually they reach frenzy plant, so I think we should let it go and put all our faith on Toxapex. So they go for the frenzy plant, and now it's all about tapping the screen, so we should tap continuously. This is aerial ace, but still it will be enough, so definitely we are shielding, and I don't think they are going to reach another aerial ace. We are going to secure the win with the fast move itself, and even in a bad lead, bad swap, with the proper energy management, he was able to overcome the situation and secure the win. Next opponent, it's a Talonflame in the lead, again a bad lead, and we should stay here. Let's see, and he stays, so we are going to go for the Scorching Sands immediately, fetching for the debuff if we can get it. So going for the Scorching Sand, it's not very effective, but it is better to go for Scorching Sand rather than resisted fire punch and we get the attack debuff. That's why I recommend to go for the Scorching Sand on the Talonflame. Even if he Brave Birds, it is not going to knock out. They go for the fly. We can reach one more Scorching Sand and pressure the shield. Actually they counted correctly and threw, so we are going to shield this time, and this was a Brave Bird, so very good call. Now I think fire punch will be enough, so we should not waste energy. Instead we should go for the fire punch. This will be enough to knock out, and actually they don't shield, which is good. And here comes the mud boy Quagsire, and now we can go for the Scorching Sands. We should not be dipping because our Toxapex is extremely weak to it, and no debuff, and I think we can throw a fire punch, but opponent was smart enough, so he's going to CMP tie us on the Aqua Tail. So this is fine, we can come with our Corsola and just farm them down. I think we can survive those Aqua Tail. We can take 2 Aqua Tail easily. Corsola is very tanky Pokemon, so don't have to worry about these shields. And let's see, and they dip into Fraligator. We store a move and then dip into Toxapex, which is hard answer for the Fraligator. So remember, whenever you dip, always ensure that you have a stored move later to snipe the opponent. And he's going to go for the Hydro Cannon, not very effective. And opponent realize that this is a top left moment, I think. So we go for the Brine, and by this time he has just top left. So good game, we won this match. Let's move towards the next opponent, and it's a Malamar in the lead. It's kind of a risky because if they throw a superpower at first, it will do heavy damage, or sometime they might try to bait. So my friend is trying to call it, so this could be, actually it was a foul play, very good call, and now we have to be very careful for the catch. So we go for the Scorching Sand, and if we fetch the debuff, it will be very good for us. And they don't shield, and we do get the attack drop, which is very good. And now I'm 100% sure they are going to go for superpower, so we'll shield this move. And yes, it was a superpower, we called it correctly. Here comes the Drapion. I think we should have baited here because we have energy advantage. We full send the Scorching Sand and they call it correctly, and we are going to stay a bit and catch a very good catch. This is the Aqua Tail, so we are going to catch the Aqua Tail. And yes, it is on a resisted Pokemon, which is Toxapex, so we can go for Brine, but this is non-shadow Drapion, has more bulk, so let's see what happens. And Malamar is also a bit healthy, so they go for the Crunch, no debuff, which is good. So we are going to go for Brine immediately. This is going to put them into yellow health, and I think one more Brine will be required after those poison jab damage, and they are going to continue to farm up. And now they will throw the Crunch, maybe they will reach another move, let's see. And going for the Crunch, and this time we get the drop, and here comes the Fraligator. I'm not sure what opponent is doing, so we full send the Sludge Wave. Let's see if he's going to shield this move, and he shields. Now we should definitely dipping into Digger's Bee because we have shields, so we can take the risk, and we should shield this Hydro Cannon. He's not going to reach another one. before we land a scorching sands. So this scorching sand is going to do heavy damage, and if we get the debuff, then it will be very good for us. And yes, we do get the debuff. So now the Fraligator will be dry on energy, but I think Malamar has some energy stored. So this Hydro is going to be enough to knock out. And we are going to come with Corsola and just farm down. Actually, he dips into Drapion, and this Crunch is going to do super effective damage. So our win con is to catch another Crunch on our Toxapex. Let's see if it is going to happen, and we catch it on the perfect timing. So this is our win con, and we caught it. So this Crunch, actually he undercharged. He knew that this is his loose con, and we were able to farm them down. Actually they purposely didn't throw the fast move, and here weird happened because Brian was not registered. So we are going to throw the Nightshade immediately because Malamar is about to reach the foul play, which is going to knock out, and Fraligator has no energy, so we can just farm them down and secure the win. So despite being in a difficult situation, we were able to overcome it and secure the win. So this is how this strong team is. So let's move towards the next opponent. Again a bad lead because they have a Scald coverage. So we are going to stay here and go for the Scorching Sand, and actually it was a CMP tie. And if we get the attack debuff, then it will be very annoying for us. So they go for the Scald, more than half of the damage is done, and at the same time we get the attack debuff. That's very bad. So we go for the Scorching Sands, and it is not going to do anything. And now I think we will try to catch, and we catch it. We caught the Scald on our Corsola, and let's see what is going to come up. Maybe he will stay, and this time also we get the debuff, and here comes the Dub Wool. We can go for the Power Gem. So this Power Gem is not going to do that much, but still it will be doing neutral damage, and after the debuff it looks like it is doing nothing, and we have to go for the Power Gem. This might be a payback or maybe a wild charge. Let's see what they throw here. Actually it's a wild charge, and we can reach a Power Gem. Actually it was a CMP tie, and let's see if he decide to shield. And yes, he decide to shield to pressure back the shields. So this Power Gem will grab the shield because they have lowered their defense twice, so it will do more damage. And yes, they do shield. So now we are on one shield, and this could be another wild charge because they are not throwing Body Slam, which is resisted. So they go for the wild charge, and yes they do. And we are going to absorb that energy on the Toxapex because Toxapex can take one wild charge easily. So not going to shield, and after that I think we can just farm them down. So here goes the wild charge, and still we are in a green health, and we were able to farm them down. And let's see what is going to come with. And here comes the nightmare of the Toxapex, which is Morpeko, but we have energy advantage, so we can go for the Sludge Wave. So let's see, they have to shield, and yes they do shield. And now they realize that we are going to snipe them, so they immediately dip into Whiscash. So we can go for the Scorching Sand. This is going to put them very low, and we do get the attack debuff, but still we have to shield this Scald, otherwise it will knock out. So definitely we are shielding. I think Morpeko needs one more Thunder Shock to go for a charge move. So we have stored Scorching before that, so now this looks easy win for us because this Scorching Sand is enough to knock out the Morpeko, and we are going to secure the win. So good game, we won this match again with a bad lead. So let's move towards the next opponent. Let's see what the next opponent has for us. Good lead or a bad lead. And here comes the dream lead, which is Steelix. So we should stay, but they are not staying. They come with a Fraligator. So we are going to overfarm a bit and then throw our Brine, because if we don't throw charge move, then Fraligator can outpace us or might knock us out or even grab the shields. So we should overfarm, and then we should throw our Brine, maybe 2 or 3 poison jab more. So they are going to go for another Hydro, and look at the damage, and Shadow Claws are adding up. We are almost back to back. Let's see what opponent decide to do. Maybe he will leave it or he will shield. Actually he leaves, and we were able to just farm them down and have a energy loaded. So I think Steelix will return. Actually they come with Ape, and now this looks RPS. So we can go for the Brine. This is not going to be super effective, but still it will add up. and later Corsola can just farm them down. We are going to throw another brine, and yes, we do at a 1 HP in a dream. So this is going to grab the shield maybe if he wants to retain the health, and they don't shield. And now Corsola can knock out the Annihilate with the fast move itself, and Diggersby can handle the Steelix. So this is a top left movement for the opponent, so he should resign the match, and yes, he do. So good game, we won this match, and let's move towards the next opponent. Let's see what the next opponent has for us. And we have a bad lead this time again. This is an Annihilate, so we are going to stay here, and I think we'll throw a Scorching Sand before dipping, and yes, we do. And this is just an Rage Fist or maybe an Ice Punch. Let's see what they throw. And it was an Ice Punch, did a super effective damage, but we got the Scorching Sand. And let's see if we decide to shield, and if he shields, then we are dipping into Toxapex, and yes, we do. So they are not dipping, so this tells me something at the back is weak to Toxapex, so they are over farming a lot. And we are going to go for this brine, doing some neutral damage. Annihilate is very glassy Pokemon, and look at the damage. One more brine will be enough, and here comes the Clodsire. Actually, he should have dipped immediately once he saw the Toxapex into Clodsire, because it's very good matchup. Now switch timer is misaligned, so we can swap out into Diggersby back. So all we have to do is shield this move. This is Earthquake, and our switch timer is going to get up. So we'll store a move, and then we are going to dip into our Diggersby. Actually, we dip immediately, and we can reach a Scorching Sands. Hopefully we can. And unfortunately, we were one fast move away from the Scorching Sand, and this is tough, but still we shielded just to get the Scorching Sand damage, because Clodsire is going to be a bit difficult to handle. So we are going to go for Scorching Sand, and we get the damage, and also we get the attack debuff. At any point of time, Annihilate will return, and yes, he do, and he's going to snipe us. So I think we can come with Corsola now. So they are switch lock, and we can just farm them down with a fast move. So this Rage Fist is going to do super effective damage, but I don't think he's going to reach one more. So this is fine, Corsola can take it easily, and we were able to farm down. And let's see what is going to come, and here comes Wigglytuff. We stored a move and then dip into Toxapex. So we shouldn't be throwing any charge move. We should ensure that we have back-to-back Brine. So they are going to throw a Icy Wind just to debuff us, and this is fine. Actually, they throw Swift. This is fine, and we shouldn't be throwing energy. Now we should throw it because we have back-to-back Brine. So one Brine will grab the shield, and next Brine will be enough to knock out the Clodsire. So our win con was to generate back-to-back Brine on the Clodsire. So this Brine will be enough, and now we can easily reach Sludge Wave, but before that they are going to top left. So good game, we won this match. So this is how consistent this team was, and at the last set we got 5-0, and we are going to claim our reward. Clefairy, after catching this Clefairy, we'll see our final elo. Definitely we are reaching veteran, so we are going to claim the reward. And here we go, first time veteran for this trainer. So thank you for this video submission of your veteran run, and also thank you to all my viewers who watched the video till end. And if you like the content at any point of time, please don't forget to like, comment and subscribe to my channel to support me. Till the time, take care trainers, have a good day, bye.